Hi everyone, it's Lynn from Devine Central. I am here with your May 2023 tarot readings. Now, if you're new to the channel and like what you see, please give it a thumbs up so others can find me. And if you like all things tarot, please consider subscribing because I'm putting up a variety of new things every week. At the end of this video, I am also going to show you a couple of new tarot practice tools that I have recently put up on my Etsy page. So stay tuned for that. All right, then, here we go. Okay, Capricorn, let's see what we have for you this month. We'll start with the driving force or the overriding theme for the month. What led to this point? What will support you? What will possibly derail you this month? And guidance for the month. I usually like to start out the month with the overriding theme, but I think it's more appropriate to start with how we got here. We have the Temperance card. And this is usually about having a sense of calm and control over the things in our lives. Now, when MJ created this deck, she chose the frog for temperance. And actually, she did that because it can live on both land and water. So whenever the frog is on land, it's never far from water. So basically, it's centered, right? It lives in the middle. And that can be a very good trait. That can keep us pretty calm, huh? Well, that's all fine and good, but the driving force this month is the Two of Wands, and it's telling us that we need to shake things up a little bit this month. If there's something that's been on your mind, whether it's, taking a trip or starting a new business or going after, going back to school, let's say, or changing jobs or picking a new hobby. If it's been on your mind, you've probably mulled it over, you've probably thought about, how you would plan it out. Now is the time to solidify the details and find a jumping off point. There's no reason to second guess yourself or worry about whether or not it's going to work. If you think it will work, it will work. Now is the time to pull out all the stops, take the necessary action to finalize, and then just put it into motion in time for this summer. It's going to mean stepping out of the center and taking a risk. You're going to be making those scales unbalanced, right? Because you're going to have to lean one way or another to get out of the norm. But I think it will be worth it. The support that you have for that this month is the Eight of Cups. Now, this card normally is seen as a conscious decision to leave behind situations that are not working for us anymore. But why would we ever want to leave the calm and safe space for something unknown? Well, how about because complacency isn't everything it's cracked up to be? If you think about it, most everything has an expiration date, not just bad relationships or bad jobs. Good friends and expired television shows, a good bottle of wine, they all have an expiration date too, right? Sometimes we just need something different. So don't fight it. Lean into it if you want to make the most out of it. What could possibly derail you this month? It's represented by the Eight of Wands. Now, most readers see this card as a lot of information, a lot of movement, coming in hot. I don't necessarily disagree, but I also see this card as scattered energy, like plans being up in the air. And in this particular case, as a shadow card, it warns us that we basically need to harness this energy if we wish to have a modicum of control over it. And that's where our plan comes in, see over here. If you want to be a participant instead of a spectator in your own life, then you need to make a plan on how you're going to harness that energy. Otherwise, it's just going to sweep you away. So our guidance for this month comes from the Seven of Pentacles. This card actually does dovetail perfectly with the rest of this reading because, we're talking about getting out of your comfort zone and having the courage to walk away from the norm and into the fog of just not really knowing whether or not it's going to work. But once you set this whole thing in motion, then comes the hard part, and that's having the confidence and the patience to step back, get out of your own way, and see where it takes you. May is a terrific month to do that. Take that first step. Make it a reality this month. Good luck with that. See you next month. So before I sign off, I wanted to show you the two newest entries in my Etsy shop. Now, if you're like me, when you first started out, you were sitting by yourself and probably couldn't come up with enough questions to really put in a good practice. And this 600 questions for your tarot practice will do it for you. I have it designed in a format that you can literally cut up, bag, and put in a little, zippered bag or something to carry around with you, and you'll never run out of questions. And I've also put up a 3-card tarot practice workbook. Now, it's got 100 3-card spreads, 2 per page, with room for you to write your interpretations. Then you can go to the back of the booklet and find my interpretations, and it just gives you something to compare against your own. Very helpful when you're just getting started. See my Etsy shop for details. You can find the shop address below.